G'day guys, we are back with a quick update video. There was a developer Q&A session on Reddit. I've gone through and read a lot of the posts, and I just wanted to bring some of them to everyone's attention. The link to the original post will be provided in the comment section if you want to go check it out yourself. So let's have a look. Alright. So first of all, loadouts. Loadouts have pretty much well, they've been confirmed. Can't give you a time frame, but it's on our quality of life improvements. Please add loadouts. Okay. So, loadouts. Everyone's been asking for loadouts for a while since the game released because of how many amulets, how many rings we have to go through to try out different builds, and thankfully the developers had heard our cries and that is going to happen, but we don't have a time frame. Moving on. Now this is in regards to console releases of the patch that has been out. The developers have confirmed that the delays are related to the actual providers themselves, so Microsoft and Sony. They're waiting for it to be able to be submitted to be pushed out through those consoles. They say they are going to be submitting it on Monday. It is Monday in Australia, so most likely it'll be coming out first half of this week. Fingers crossed for the consoles. Moving on. Loving R2 so far. With the game being so successful as it is, can we expect some bigger DLC from the game? Now it says we have a lot of plans for the game. If it keeps doing well, hopefully we'll be able to do them all. And we started the first DLC after we finished the main game, and it's already looking pretty cool. So that's telling us that the DLC is already well in production, possibly has been for many months. Now, that suggests we may be seeing a DLC within the next 6 months, if not early next year. Very exciting stuff. And here is a little section confirming that they have at least 3 DLCs planned, which will have more puzzles and secrets. There's also a confirmation that there's going to be more classes being released with those DLCs, and a note addressing crossplay. They are looking into it. There are issues with different platforms that they require in order to allow crossplay. In other words, Microsoft and Sony being the typical pains that they are when it comes to crossplay across consoles and PC. Will you be adding more armor into the game? That's lovely, but obviously fashion is most important when I'm traversing the world. Has the team considered Transmog system? Sure, we'll be adding armor in the DLC. Transmog is something that's come up, but we have to balance it versus all the other stuff we want to do. So it is not a priority, but it is a possibility. Now onto the changes with the DR and such. Are tanks supposed to be viable in Apocalypse, or is the one-shot scenario the desired balance? We'll definitely be looking into tank DR builds once we get all the issues ironed out. I'll say for sure that our intention is not to only have one viable build or even 2. Our intention is to have multiple viable builds on every difficulty. So I don't think we're going to be seeing the issues that we're having at the moment continue, where the Hunter and the Cowboy are really the only viable classes for smashing out the game. in a relatively speedy manner. But I'm sure they'll remain the highest DPS. But we want to see more variety in builds, so that is good to hear. Is DR now working as intended? I can't say with 100% certainty that there are 0 bugs with DR, damage reduction, but it is working as intended. Different sources of DR are meant to be multiplicative. Additive would cause it to get to 100%. DR too easily and 100% DR too easily and make you invisible. I think Tragic has mentioned, Tragic is another developer, has mentioned there is a bug in the UI display causing the display DR value to be incorrect. We will fix that ASAP and then look at DR builds and make sure there is a path to hit the DR cap or at least get close. So the DR we're seeing in game is completely incorrect. This has been mentioned quite a few times and been missed quite a few times, but yes, the information screen in the advanced section is not always correct. I'm talking about this screen right here. Now, I've actually had quite a few times, actually in quite a few comments, people saying that the elemental status values are too high or too low. Now, these are 20 across the board, right? And if I slot in a elemental resistance, where is it? Where is it? Another reason we need loadouts. It's around here somewhere. There we go. Elemental resistance. Presumably this should change, right? No, it doesn't. It doesn't change at all. So there are more bugs in this screen than there just the DR. So hopefully that gets fixed relatively soon. Moving back to the little dock we're looking at. Loving the game so far. I assume you can't say, but any ETA on survival mode coming to Remnant? We're talking about potential additional modes in future right now. But at the moment, we're trying to get all the big ticket items sorted out first and some basic quality of life stuff, which is good, which also means a lot more game modes possibly coming out in the future, possibly releasing with some DLC. Would love to see some additional game modes. Ow, this is an interesting one. I thought I'd snag this one because we don't know if the developer's trolling or not, but it's quite possible that there are more secrets in the game yet to be discovered that we have not discovered. Is there any backstory on the man that's sleeping in the shack directly above Whisters in the Ward 13? Yes. Has he woken up yet for you? Question mark. And this is the are there any new archetype plans for futures DLC? Yes. So that we should have covered in the DLC section, my bad. But yes, more archetypes coming and possibly more secrets. Now I'm actually in the shack that they were referring to. And yeah, this guy's just out. He's out like a light. He hasn't moved from me all game. This is the completed state. So after the final boss fight, nothing's really changed. They have also addressed there's some bugs with the tree growing, so I'll be looking into. And this lovely lady here will never get over Brad. Yep, that's about it for the notes that I thought I'd highlight. The Reddit post will be linked in the comments section below. Thank you very much for coming through. I hope you all have a lovely day or night or whatever it may be. Oh, wait. Oh no. Oh no. Professional, by the way. This is the guy I was talking to. He's out like a light. The tree, bugged. This lady here won't get over Brad. Alright, now we're done. Now, okay, bye.